we are sitting in the important discussion. So this is not going to be a kind of a speech or anything like that. Of course, we are here basically to understand the Department of Science and Technology survey and how industry can actually provide their inputs so that tomorrow the policy formulation will reflect all these ideas or requirements of the industry are reflected fully, properly in the future formulations of the DST. As all of you know, Department of Science and Technology is doing extremely good job, and many of you and many of us actually used the services of the Department of Science and Technology in the past, whether it is their own innovative solutions for all of us, or what we have seen is the TIFAC role in the industry. We have seen TDP funding, such kind of things in the past. All these things have actually helped the industry pretty well. But we have also seen that industry is not able to use the DSP services fully. At the Government of India's policies on science and technology are not fully able to support the industry. Those are the things that we have seen in the past, and I think those things are changing. I believe that Government of India has actually put up a huge fund of R&D for the industry now. So MSMEs, startups, and all such kind of organizations will be able to use and utilize these funding requirements so that we can actually, get into some very niche technologies, cutting edge technologies, that type of areas. I'll tell you very small examples of, recently I've been to South Korea, where I've seen a small, I think probably about 2,500 square feet company is providing drones, very high-end drones to the Indian defense forces. We have so many defense companies here, including us. We also have, manufacture drones, but not up to that standard of what the South Korean small company is able to do. There's a lot of support from the government. There is not lot of emphasis on what type of research has to be carried in that type of places. So those things are somehow missing in this country. We have seen Israeli success stories. We have seen success stories from Estonia. There are small countries, small countries with the valuable research is going on everywhere, and that is somehow is missing in this country. Though there is a lot of emphasis in the last 10 years for the startups, innovations, and things like that. I don't know whether we are able to get into a kind of proper or a useful research or not is something, a big question mark from the industry side. Maybe this is, the industry, Department of Science and Technology, academic institutions need to work together, need to understand the requirements more clearly. Ultimately, it should benefit the common man. Maybe that is the that link is missing somewhere, and that is what probably this survey will address, and so that the future policies will formulate accordingly. Just for many of us know that Hyderabad happens to be the research hub of India. We have a lot of CSR laboratories like CCMP, IACT, and that type of organizations. We have beautiful 11 laboratories of DRDO are based out of Hyderabad. There are different PSUs here, and which provide a lot of scientific research. Added to this, there are pharma companies, bulk drug research companies. I think every pharma company, any pharma company cannot exist without a proper R&D within us. So I think there are a lot of scientists are working in various organizations here, whether it is government sector or private sector, doing somewhat niche area research. That is what is helping this country, and we have seen vaccines coming out of Hyderabad. Some of the AI talents are coming from Hyderabad. Some of the best technologies of the defense are coming from organizations like RCI and that type of bodies. So I think all these things is a mixture of ultimately providing latest and the best technologies useful for the common man, useful for the Indian defense, useful for the security forces, useful for the entire gamut of industry, and that will eventually help us to produce more, to help us to export more, so that our employment will be boosted up, and we will have more of GDP, and we have a better per capita income and things like that. All these things should fetch us to have a better living in this country, and for the population that we have, we need to keep on doing research that will make our life easier, to have a comfortable living standards in this country and all that. And I'll tell you one more example of solar here. There is a company that I met recently, one of the foreign companies has actually done a pretty good research in solar. And what they are able to do now is, what you can do with suppose with 40 panels, if you are able to generate this much of energy, and they are able to do it in 4 panels. That type of research is happening in other countries, in other parts of the world, which has to be replicated by our academic institutions or industry or government. I think there is a strong desire by the industry also to do a lot of research. In our own company, we have put up at least in the last 10 years probably more than 100 crores. Those are small company, only on research activity. And ultimately, our production, our produce is only to replace some of the imports that we are having. So that means we are able to do part of the research, but provided if there is a strong commitment and strong support from the government, we will be able to do much better. And there are several companies like that of ours who are trying to do research every day and trying to produce a better technology, better product, so that we can all benefit at last. And I am very extremely thankful to Sri Arvind Kumarji and Dr. Arvind Mendraji and Panigrahi and all these people who have come from DST, who are trying to collect the data, requisite data from the industry. And I urge all members of the industry, we have, I think, October 31st is the last date for providing the data to the DST. So I think everybody should participate in the survey, participate in the discussions, of course, after this and before this, so that we'll all get benefited out of this good work done by the government of India. Thank you.